All right, hello everybody. It's Morningstar motherfucking Bazan. Anyways, yeah, this is gonna be my first YouTube video um of many, discussing the things that I've been talking about on Instagram. I'll be on my stories and I'll have, topics that I'll talk about. And, it kind of limited me, so now I'm taking that next step with YouTube, and I'm now going to take this a step further. So, with that being said, the first subject I wanted to talk about was my name. A lot of people to this day still don't understand if my name is fake, if it's an Instagram name, if it's a nickname, whatever the case. I'm gonna clear that up right now. So yeah, my name is Morningstar Bazam. That is my birth name. A lot of people have asked me, like, where did I get it from? Um, where was it inspired from? Where did it originate from? So I'm here to clear that all up. So, anyways, mm, my mom, when she was a teenager, she had a boyfriend. And her boyfriend came across a magazine. And the magazine, um, on the back of the magazine, there was a image of a Native American lady, and she had her hair in two braids, and on top of her was the name Morningstar. And so my mom at the time would her hair was in two braids, and so he had nicknamed her Morningstar. And so my mom, her goal was with her kids was to make sure that all her kids had unique names. She didn't want names that were basic. She didn't want names that everybody else had. So she made sure that all her kids, all nine kids, had either like a biblical name or a name that was like out of this world. So yeah, she gave me that name. That's my first name, Morningstar. It is one word. Um, and yeah, that's where I got it from. I am not Native American. The name is. I am Puerto Rican and Mexican. My mom is Puerto Rican. My dad is Mexican. So yeah, just clearing that up as well, because I get that a lot too, where people are like, "Wait, are you Native American?" And I'm like, "No, just the name." What else? So yeah, the conversations I get, because I'm telling you, every time I meet a new person, I have to reintroduce this conversation, or not reintroduce the conversation. Basically, I have to um, depending on the person and their reaction, when I say, "Hi, my name is Morningstar," I have to figure out how to make them believe it, or just accept the fact that, hey, I just have a name that just people don't know how to react to. So, yeah, a lot of times I'll get people who are like, "Wow, that's a beautiful name." And then the other times I'll get people who are like, "No, what's your real name? Is that your nickname? Do your parents worship the devil?" I've gotten people who ask, "Are your parents hippies?" No, and no. So yeah. What else? As far as like, yeah, I'll say, "Yeah, my name is Morningstar," and they're like, "Oh, is that your stripper name?" And I'm like, no, I'm not a stripper. Not bashing the strippers, but yeah, it'd be a dope stripper name. I get people who are like, "Oh, like the show Lucifer," and I'm like, never seen it, but sure. Um, or they'll make a joke out of it where I'm like, "Oh, hi, my name is Morningstar," and they're like, "Oh, my name is Nightstar," and I'm like, "Okay, okay." I mean, people. I mean, they're gonna be who they are at the end of the day. But with my name, it's always been either people are shocked by it, intrigued by it, make fun of it. Like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, I love my motherfucking name. I do. I appreciate my mom for giving me that name. Like, it's a dope ass name. So yeah. Um. So yeah. Let me see what else I'm gonna talk about with this name, because my name, like, I'm telling you, it's so much that I've dealt with, and I'm going to continue to deal with. But I've accepted the fact that, I just have this name that's just like unique as fuck. So Let's talk about the fact that me having to write my signature or do documents or paperwork, whatever the case, right? Like all throughout middle school, high school, like me having to write my name on paperwork was always, it wasn't a hassle, but I know writing my own name took a lot more time than a lot of other people. Unless, of course, you had a really long last name. Like, I remember, like, if we were doing, like, SATs or, like, the little tests where they, like, have it all, like, boxed and you have to, like, fill it in with little circles. Like, my name was so long that every time, like, they gave me, like, the final, like, paperwork, my name would be cut off. It would say Morning ST. So I'm like, okay, so my name is Morning Street. Like, okay. So, a lot of times I had to deal with that. When I applied for jobs, like, I know as soon as they saw Morningstar, they're like, oh, okay. So this bitch is over here already lying on the resume. Next, boop. You know what I'm saying? As far as, like, my signature, like, every time I have to sign for something, like, people are like, what is she doing? Like, I have to write my entire, like, MORNINGSTARBAZAN. Like, it's always been like that for me. So, I've definitely adjusted to the fact that, I have a really long name as well. So, with that being said, I know a lot of people with unique names also can relate to, like, when we went to, like, field trips and you go to, like, the gift store and they have the keychains and all the little things with the different names, you would never see a fucking Morningstar hanging. I tell you that. Like, I already knew. Like, there was no fucking way unless I like went out of my way to go like customize it or whatever. So yeah, dealt with that a lot. I am still dealing with that. I mean, it would be impressive if I went to a gift shop and I happened to go collect a keychain and there's a Morningstar. That would be fucking like incredible. Um, but yeah, the nicknames the nicknames, the nicknames. Like, it's, whew, I have been given so many nicknames, like, my real name isn't already enough. You know what I'm saying? The main nickname that I get a lot is Star. Star is, like, the notorious nickname for me. Like, that's the go to for a lot of people. But in middle school, you know, motherfuckers was immature, especially when it came to like sex ed. And so, my first like taste of like being made fun of was by one of my friends at the time. She gave me the name Horny Star. That was like her little fucking like crack up of the day. Like she would just love fucking like saying that and just like crack up. And I was like, okay, Horny Star, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? I mean, your name isn't all that, so I guess you gotta make fun of mine. You know what I'm saying? She know who she is. It's whatever. I'm grown. I don't care for it. It's still funny to me. But yeah, I've gotten. Oof, let me give you the list of motherfucking nicknames motherfuckers have given me. Okay, shit. So yeah, again, horny star, porn star. You already knew that was coming. Booty star. I get people when I'm like, oh, good morning, and they're like, oh, good morning, star. I'm just like, okay, funny guy. I've gotten Ninja Star. I've gotten Morningside, Star Morning, Midnight Star, Moonshine, Waterfall, Starfish, Morning Glory, Morning Star Isha. I've got Afternoon Star. I'm telling you, like, the names that people have given me, it's, I just have to laugh at them. Like, it's just, people take things the way they take them, and that's just, that's what it is. But yeah, my name. Also, like on Instagram, people are like, "Oh, I didn't want to call you by your Instagram name," and I'm like, "Well, my Instagram name is my name, my first and last name. My first name is Morningstar, my last name is Bazan." A lot of people will go to calling me Bazan because they're like, "Wait, Morningstar? That doesn't sound right. Let me call her a name that seems more realistic." So a lot of times people will call me by my last name. They're like, "Oh, Bazan," and I'm like, "No, it's not my name." So yeah, a lot of people either give me nicknames or afraid to say my name. I noticed that a lot where people are like, I don't know if I should call you Morningstar or Morning, or it's one word. Morningstar is one word. So, I mean, it's not hard. Just like when you say Christina, Morningstar. It's the same shit, but people are gonna, do whatever they want. But for the most part, just to clarify, my first and last name, yes, it's real. Yes, it's on the birth certificate. Yes, it's on my ID. Yes, it's on my passport. And yes, it's on every goddamn document that I've ever had to fucking put my name on, and forever in the future put whatever I have to put my name on it, it's gonna be Morningstar Bazan. So yeah, I hope I clarified all of that, because that one right there for sure is definitely, like, if it's not like a conversation starter, it's the icebreaker. Names. That is my real name. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to definitely keep this going. I think the next subject I want to do is school, as far as like my experience with school. Because I mean, everybody's been to school. You know what I'm saying? So I want to definitely get going on topics that people can feel comfortable listening to, relating to, um, that actually want to engage and listen to because they've actually experienced something close or, similar to what it is that I'm talking about. So yeah, the next YouTube video that I'm gonna make is going to be about my experience with school, and that right there in itself, from kindergarten to high school, um, even like trade school, very interesting. So yeah, thank you guys for listening. I'm so excited that I'm doing this now. I'm not just talking about it on Instagram. I'm doing it. I'm here. There's gonna be so many more videos, and again, you guys leave me comments. Let me know if there's any subjects in particular that would be interesting to listen to. That would help me a lot. But yeah, thank you. Until next time.